just have to say this. With Trump coming here to Georgia, going through the inner city, going to Chick-fil-A, and doing what he did, that is the most brilliant thing ever. Because people need to see that Trump is for us. Not Biden, not Obama, but Trump is for us. He's for the people. He's for everyone. And he's America first. And to see Black people going up to him and taking pictures and him embracing and showing, the people that he's not racist. Like, he cares about everybody. No matter what skin tone you have, he is for us and he's advocating for us. And it's a beautiful thing. I was screaming on the inside.
It really is a beautiful thing. But today we got to talk about Joe Biden and his true self, right? We got to talk about the real Joe Biden. Not this Joe Biden that, they've polished up and perked up. Oh, pun maybe intended on that one. Wow. Didn't do that one on purpose, but maybe it fits. We're not going to talk about the Joe Biden that the media wants us to see. We're here to talk about the real Joe Biden. The guy that doesn't really like Black people. Yeah, we're here to talk about that guy. Since the media won't show anyone these clips or these videos of Joe Biden being the most racist president of all time, I guess it's up to me. So that's what we're going to be diving into today. Thank you guys for all of the continued love and support. Make sure you guys share this video today. Hit that like button so it's pushed out to more and more folks. All right, because America needs to see and hear the truth. And with that being said, as I always say, let's dive in.
I want to come to you and talk to you about inequality in schools and race.
We bring social workers into homes of parents to help them deal with how to raise their children. It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Unlike the
Poor kids are just as talented and just as bright as white kids. Interesting. And Black people don't know what to do. Yeah. Just imagine, and this is the thing. With all of this, just imagine if Trump were to say it. Media would be going bonkers, losing their minds. But let's continue.
African American community, with notable exceptions, the Latino community is an incredibly diverse community with incredibly different attitudes about different things. You got more questions, but I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, and you ain't Black. Sequestered in my home is because some Black woman was able to stack the grocery shelf.
I'm like the token Black or the token woman. I was the token young person.
They're going to put you all back in chains. I have great relationships with them because there's an awful lot of driving cabs.
They will, or a portion of them will, become the predators 15 years from now. And Madam President, we have predators on our streets.
And tried to reassign.
Talking about Black people being predators. Wow. Incredible. If Trump had said that, though, it'd be all over the news today. All over. But they're quiet about all of this.
Blame and said that I should apologize to him.
Corey should apologize. He knows better. Come on, man. Give me a break. You know better.
Come on, man, me. He lied.
They know better. We know better. Why? Is that because you're going to crack the whip, Joe Biden? You're going to crack the whip on him. You're going to crack the whip on us. Is that why we know better? Yeah. Goodness gracious.
To voters, according to the New York Times, quoting aides of Biden's, about having marched in the civil rights movement.
I come out of the civil rights movement. I was one of those guys that sat in and marched and all that stuff. But I was not out marching. I was not down in Selma. I was not anywhere else.
I happen to think that the one way to ensure that you set the civil rights movement in America further back is to continue to push busing.
And I support the effort to curtail the ability of courts to bus.
We're going to integrate people so that they all have the same access and they learn to grow up with one another and all the rest is a rejection of the whole movement of black pride.
You wanted to keep black people segregated. Interesting. And claimed it was a rejection of black pride. Wow. But yeah, once again, since the media won't touch on this topic or this discussion at all whatsoever, as a matter of fact, I want to ask you all, have you ever seen the media touch on Joe Biden being racist? Have you ever seen it? I have yet to see it, but maybe one of you caught a segment at any point in time. Be honest. Let us all know in the comment section, please. Let me remind you guys of a situation. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull this up really quick because I think people forgot about this instance of which actually happened really, really recently. And once I pull it up, you guys are gonna remember. But of course, since it's Joe Biden, it's okay. But if it had been Trump, it'd be a totally different story. Do you guys remember this? Check this out.
And two of the great artists of our time representing the groundbreaking legacy of hip-hop in America, LL Cool J. By the way, that man's got biceps bigger than my thighs.
That what, Joe Biden? What'd you call him?
That man's got biceps bigger than my thighs. I think he's an MC Light, both of you.
But if Trump had said it, it'd be a major problem. But because that was Joe Biden, that whole story has disappeared too. And that was just last year. That was literally just last year. Okay, so that wasn't very long ago. Even his running mate, Kamala Harris, called him out at one point in time.
But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country. And it was not only that, but you also worked with them to oppose bus sound.
Joe Biden worked with the segregationists, spoke highly of them, worked with them to stop the busing of black people into white schools. Kamala called him out for it. His own running mate. Those words came out of her mouth. And yet, once again, the media says nothing. So, I guess it's up to us. But that's fine. Guess it gives me more content to create, right? Guess it gives me more content to create. But, yeah, and that wasn't all of the instances of Joe Biden being a terrible person. There are more. But before we get out of here, I do want to give a shout out to Maze Moore. That's where this video clip came from, right here on X. Okay, shout out to the brother or sister. I don't know. Shout out to him. Okay. And if you want to go watch the clip, you can go to Maze Moore on X to check it out. All right. But like I said, there are more clips, more evidence of Joe being a racist individual towards people of color. And part two coming soon. Stay tuned. Y'all let me know what you thought about this one in the comment section below. Like, share, comment. Hit that subscribe button before you go. Peace and love. I'm out.